For the second time this season, I'm going to have to remind myself not to get political with this. But as far as I'm concerned, the Danvers proved one thing tonight. You do not want to play poker with them, especially the one that refuses to bluff. Welcome to the heart of the stories we tell. My name is Rob, and tonight I will be reviewing Supergirl, Episode 15, Exodus. Well, Exodus isn't quite the right name for this episode. Exodus implies leaving voluntarily and going on a long trip. This is more like deportation, right? No political stuff. No political stuff. So, okay, the base thrust of tonight's episode is more along the lines of who do you trust and how do you trust them. Just like last week. It's really a continuation. I'd say these 3 episodes have been tied together pretty fairly. All in all, I'm enjoying the episode, and to be perfectly honest, I think they did a lot better. They remembered Martian Manhunter's powers, they used them well, and on top of that, they even explained when they weren't in use. And you know what? One of the best parts of the episode was the fact that Mon-El was useful, but not overbearing. I didn't even mind the Guardian. But let's go into specifics. So once again, it's stop. Spoiler time. I guess we'll start with the romance angle. And bring your daughter to work day obviously is over, because they've definitely stepped up their game with Mon-El and Kara, and the fact that Mon-El is actually acting normal. I do have to ask, did they just move in together after their first date, though? That seems a little fast for someone who's acting so childish before. But okay, the Maggie and the Alex relationship is awesome as ever. I especially liked at the end when Maggie was all like, yeah, I don't date losers without jobs, and she's like, well, at least I'm arm candy. And I keep saying I'm wondering what's going on with the Wynn's new relationship, but I have to say that tonight that came across very well. I liked the fact that the two of them are rubbing off on each other, and at the same time, it actually seems like a healthy relationship for them. So hey, kudos to you, way to go. And the fact that she also played an important part in the rescue at the end definitely helped. Then, of course, there were the other relationships that changed throughout the episode. I guess we'll start with daddy issues. Now, I give this show a lot of crap about not using Martian Manhunter shapeshifting, but when he was Dean Cain, that was brilliant. And the fact that they even mentioned the fact that as a telepath, he's not able to read people at Cadmus. Once again, showcasing the power set, and at the same time, not letting the power set override the main thrust of the episode. Brilliant. Now, the fact that Martian Manhunter and the father were friends is all the more cool when you realize that at the end Jeremiah Danvers turned and fought Cyborg Superman. Remember just a couple episodes he went one-on-one with Manhunter too. Everyone's getting a shot at Cyborg except for Kara, and with good reason. They're building up the idea of exactly what that means. Then we also get the relationship between Lena Luthor and Supergirl, Lena Luthor and Kara, and of course Lena Luthor and her own mother. I will just say that one of the funniest things was I really thought they were going to try to cliffhanger her falling. Of course Supergirl's going to catch her. But then there's the other relationship with Kara, specifically the one at her job at Catco. In the early episodes of this show, Catco played a big role, but without Miss Grant, it's been kind of floundering. And to be honest, between Wynn getting a job at the DEO, where I think he is much better served both as a character and to help the story, and Jim becoming the Guardian, which, well, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of, we've had very little need for a storyline at Catco, with one exception, and that exception is Snapper Carr. And without getting too political, I have to say I think he was right. At the end of the day, with so much going on in the world, be it the real world or the fictional Blantyverse, there is just too much call and too many fast corners that Kara takes as a reporter. Kara isn't a reporter yet like her cousin, but she's trying to be. And I kind of feel sorry that she got fired, but she really did risk a lot with what she did. Although I'm sure this isn't the last we've seen of her at Catco or Snapper Carr. For at least the next little while, she's free to be Supergirl. And that's good, because you know what? The DEO story and the Cadmus story really require her to spend a lot of time as Supergirl. Right now, her secret identity is a little on the unimportant side, and I can understand that, but it's important enough that we get back to it. As for her relationship with Mon-El, that's about to take a big turn. And it leads me to my question of the week. A lot of people give a lot of problems to the feminist angle this show takes. But now a bunch of people are jumping on the fact that they don't like Mon-El because he's too much of a dude bro. What do you think? Do you think there's a balance that needs to be struck between them? Do you think that we can have a character be her equal and still be a guy? Do you think that too much time is spent on Monel? Let me know down in the comments. Just keep it friendly down there, because we are all fans of the show. We can disagree or agree on different parts of the story. However, the main part that we haven't talked about is exactly what Cadmus's plan was. And partially that's because I don't quite get it. The whole deportation thing and the spaceship thing is cool, but I'm not quite sure where they're going. I'm also not 100% sold on exactly what's going on with Cyborg Superman. I mean, they obviously are setting him up for something to be the big villain in the end of the season, but so far, he's gotten himself kind of turned around, and I don't think even the writers are sure exactly what they're doing with him. The Cadmus project has a lot of things they could go with it, a lot of places they could go, but it seems to be floundering more than just a little. But now, we're going to take a couple weeks off from Supergirl, and then we're going to come back with this alien ship that showed up. And let's be honest, that alien ship had some pretty powerful guest stars on it. Terry Hatcher and Kevin Sorbo are both big-name characters, and of course Terry Hatcher played Lois Lane in The Adventures of Lois and Clark. So it's good to get yet another Superman actress back for the show. Kudos. For now, though, what I'm going to ask you to do is to subscribe, like, and share my channel to help me build the community, and then we can all take a walk together through the heart of the stories we tell. And thanks for watching. Have a good night.